Hello, my dear friend. Have you ever looked at the handbag you're carrying and quietly asked yourself, does this still reflect who I am today? There are things we used to wear with pride, pieces that once gave us confidence and added flair to our style. But over time, without even noticing, they might start feeling out of sync. And that's why today I want to talk to you about something small, but something that can make a surprisingly big impact on how we look and feel. We're diving into 7 types of handbags women over 60 might want to say goodbye to, and the elegant, modern alternatives that better match who we are now. If you enjoy conversations about fashion, lifestyle, and the beauty of growing older gracefully, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so I can continue sharing thoughtful, age-relevant content with you every single week. And you know what? At the end of today's video, I'll reveal one timeless bag that never goes out of style, along with a beautiful story I truly believe you'll want to hear through to the end. Also, don't forget to let me know where you're watching from in the comments below. Now, let's get started with the very first handbag. Number 1, micro bags. When cute turns into a hassle. My dear friend, have you ever come across a tiny little handbag so dainty it looks like a craft store trinket and wondered, could this really suit me? Those micro bags, they're trendy, eye-catching, and yes, adorable at first glance. But after 60, elegance is no longer found in tiny things, it's found in balance, presence, and a sense of self. And I truly believe it's time we rethink this one. You see, these miniature bags barely hold more than a lipstick, a credit card, and maybe a bit of frustration. One day I found myself clutching my phone in one hand, my glasses in the other, and my wallet stuffed awkwardly into a coat pocket because my cute little purse couldn't carry a thing. And right then I realized, cuteness can't replace practicality. Aesthetically, micro bags are difficult to balance with our fuller, more mature silhouettes and grounded energy. A teeny bag dangling at our side can throw everything off. From a distance, it might even resemble a toy awkwardly hanging from our body instead of a piece that complements our style. I'll admit, I was once captivated by them too, especially when they were all over the runways. But that's just it, runways are for performance, not real life. In real life, the best bag isn't the one that draws the most attention. It's the one that stays with you through every moment, quietly supporting your confidence while you shine. And let's be honest, if you've ever struggled with wrist or joint pain, you'll know how uncomfortable it is to fumble with a tiny clasp or dig around in a space the size of your palm just to find something essential. At our age, there's simply no reason to endure that kind of inconvenience for the sake of a passing trend. So what's the solution? I suggest something both graceful and sensible: the baguette bag. With its long, slim silhouette and soft structure, the baguette bag holds just enough to be useful, while creating a subtle curve right under your arm. Not too big, not too small, just right, like a steady breath. It strikes a beautiful balance between form and function, between timeless charm and modern practicality. Style-wise, you can't go wrong with colors like beige, camel, or burgundy, classic shades that pair effortlessly with countless outfits. Opt for soft leather, preferably with a matte finish for a refined look. Try wearing it with an oversized white shirt, straight-leg trousers, or a flowy midi skirt, and you'll see just how much the right bag can transform the way you show up in the world. And if you want to add a little flair, tie a silk scarf around the handle, just a small detail, but enough to let the world know you're not chasing time, you're walking with it, gracefully, on your own terms. I used to think a tiny purse would make me look lighter, more delicate. But then I realized what truly makes me glow is the feeling of enoughness, of balance, of moving through the world with ease and presence. Number 2, over-embellished bags. When your purse speaks too loudly for you, have you ever walked into a room perfectly put together, only to glance down at your handbag and feel like something's just too much? Tassels swinging, silk bows fluttering, sequins catching every bit of light. And suddenly you wonder, is this bag speaking a little too loudly on my behalf? For some, these kinds of bags may seem fun, eye-catching, and full of personality. But often, it's the very excess of detail that ends up cluttering your whole look, stripping it of depth and cohesion. Instead of helping you stand out, the bag draws attention in all the wrong ways, and worst of all, it overshadows you. A woman who carries both experience and elegance in every step she takes. Light, as we know, is beauty's loyal companion, but only when it's placed in the right spot. Sequins, glitter, rhinestones, they reflect light, yes, but often in a way that feels cheap. In daylight or under evening lights, these sparkly details scatter attention. They distract from the overall composition, pulling focus to things that don't need to shine. The older we get, the more we come to understand. Making a statement isn't about being loud, it's about knowing when to be quiet. That's the heart of quiet elegance. A kind of refinement that doesn't scream but still speaks volumes. And let's not forget, those decorative pieces like beads, florals, or ribbons, they're often the first to fall apart, fray, or lose shape after just a few uses. What once looked glamorous can quickly turn into a damaged piece. And unfortunately, that damage might end up saying more about your style than you'd like. So if you love craftsmanship and still want a bag with a bit of artistic soul, but with more subtlety, let me sincerely recommend a hand-woven bag, also known as a crochet bag. No noise, no sparkle. Just gentle stitches, patiently woven together with care and feeling. These crochet bags are made from natural fibers like cotton, raffia, or fine jute. They're not only beautiful, but also lightweight, approachable, and eco-conscious. They give off the quiet impression of a woman who knows herself, someone who doesn't need flashy embellishments to express quiet sophistication. Picture this, you're strolling down the street in a cream linen dress, a pair of flat sandals, and over your shoulder, a beige hand-woven bag with a sturdy strap gently accented with a small vintage silk scarf. It's all so light. Yet together, it paints a complete, beautiful picture. Not forced, just naturally elegant, and if practicality is a must, be sure to choose a design with a proper lining, organized compartments, and a secure zipper, because let's face it, the best fashion still needs to function. And my dear friend, in the end, a woman's beauty has never been about what glitters. It's in that soft inner light, and the bag she carries should never outshine that. Number 3. Cartoon bags, cats, emojis, when cute distracts from poise. I once saw a sophisticated lady in an elevator. She radiated elegance from her neatly pinned hair, the soft camel coat she wore, to the calm, wise look in her eyes. But then my gaze dropped to the bag in her hand. It was a pale pink handbag printed with 3 cartoon cats, each wearing oversized sunglasses and a flashy bow. That bag felt like it came from another world. It didn't extend her presence, it competed with it. It was trying so hard to stand out when there was really no need. You see, every handbag tells a story, and sometimes it tells the wrong one. Bags with cartoon cats, hearts, emojis, or playful characters can feel cheerful, even approachable. But after 60, when we've come to embrace the quiet beauty of calmness and composure, those kinds of prints can shift the focus away from you and onto the bag. Cute in itself isn't a bad thing, but it needs the right place, the right time, and the right person. There's a fine line between being youthful and trying to look young, and a mature woman doesn't need to prove her vibrance. Her lived experience already shines through in a much deeper, more captivating way. When you choose overly naive designs, you're not just sending the wrong message about who you are. You're also dimming the quiet grace that naturally comes with age. And in situations that require professionalism, like a client meeting, a formal event, or even a meaningful conversation, a cartoon-printed bag can feel off. It may unintentionally undermine the thoughtful image you've worked to build. So how do we stay youthful without sacrificing depth? How do we remain joyful without appearing juvenile? The answer lies in animal prints, leopard, snake, zebra, executed with subtlety on high-quality materials. A smoky gray snakeskin handbag or a muted brown leopard print panel doesn't scream for attention, but it whispers with confidence, saying, "I don't need to be loud to be seen. I know exactly who I am." These prints carry a kind of restrained wildness, like the inner strength of a woman who's been through much and now needs no permission to shine. Of course, with patterns like these, restraint is key. Avoid pairing a printed bag with printed clothes. Let the bag be the star, the centerpiece in your style story. Think of a crisp white blouse, tailored trousers, or a dark midi skirt, a pair of simple shoes. Let everything else fade into the background so the bag can take its rightful place in the spotlight. And my dear friend, if you prefer something softer, go for animal prints in nude, beige, or smoky gray tones. But if you're feeling bolder, trust your eyes. Let them choose between a soft zebra stripe or a classic leopard grain, because each choice says something powerful. I don't need to be cute to be admired. I only need to be true to myself to shine fully and effortlessly. Number 4. Glossy, stifling bags. When your purse makes summer feel even hotter. Have you ever noticed? There are summer days that feel wonderfully gentle. When sunlight filters through the leaves, a breeze brushes across your shoulders and everything seems to whisper, inviting you to step outside with a light and easy heart. But then one small detail, like a glossy plastic handbag hanging off your shoulder, can suddenly make the whole scene feel stuffy, harsh, and oddly out of tune. Bags made from shiny synthetic materials like PVC or faux leather often catch the eye with their glossy finish, giving off the illusion of being trendy. But truthfully, that kind of shine belongs under showroom lights. The moment it steps into summer sunlight, it reflects the heat and glare in an aggressive way, disrupting the visual harmony of your entire outfit. Not to mention, plastic surfaces scratch easily, trap heat against your skin, and offer no breathability, leaving you feeling sticky and uncomfortable, especially on humid days. At this stage of life, our beauty no longer lies in what glitters on the surface, but in the subtle grace of our choices, the ability to choose what feels good, what feels natural, and to never trade our comfort just to follow a fleeting trend. On top of that, synthetic bags don't hold up well. They age quickly, crack easily, and begin to peel after just one season. And more importantly, they're not environmentally friendly. In a time when sustainable, responsible living is becoming the new standard of intelligent beauty, a cheap bag that causes long-term harm simply isn't worth the cost. So what's the better option? Instead of carrying a bag that reflects the harsh glare of summer, reach for something that breathes with nature, materials like straw, raffia, or canvas lined with silk. These are light, breathable, and bring a grounded, natural aesthetic, an unpolished beauty that feels genuine and touchable. A small, structured straw bag paired with a white cotton dress, soft leather sandals, and oversized sunglasses will turn you into the most effortlessly elegant version of yourself for summer. And if you love a hint of charm, simply tie a delicate silk scarf to the strap. It's a gentle statement that's entirely your own. Don't forget to prioritize bags with proper fabric lining to help hold their shape, and strong, sturdy straps that can support you through a full day. Because when every detail quietly shows how much you value yourself, there's no need for any item to shout, "Look at me." A truly elegant woman makes people want to look into her eyes, not at a bag that reflects the entire sun. Number 5. Worn and peeling bags. When memories become a hindrance, let's be honest. Have you ever held onto an old handbag just because it carried a memory? Maybe it was a gift from someone dear. Maybe it was the one bag you reached for during your busiest years, or maybe it's been with you through so many seasons of life that parting with it now feels almost impossible. And that sentiment, it's beautiful. But sometimes, that same emotional attachment unknowingly holds us back from the polished, elegant image we truly deserve today. A bag that's peeling, scratched, or has frayed handles, no matter how meaningful, can still diminish the overall impression of your style. It leaves others wondering whether you're treasuring a memory or neglecting yourself. Because unlike clothes, handbags are often the very first thing people notice. And more than just an accessory, a handbag reflects how you care for yourself. Even more importantly, it affects how you feel. A worn-out bag, though small in size, can quietly chip away at your confidence. It can make you feel less pulled together, less at ease when you step outside. After 60, we're no longer in the phase of trial and error when it comes to style. We've come to know what feels right, what flatters us, and what we're ready to leave behind. You don't need many things, just the right things, well-made, intentional, and reflective of who you are now. So my dear friend, instead of clinging to a tired handbag that no longer carries grace on the outside, treat yourself to a structured tote, crafted from genuine leather, premium vegan leather, or thick, durable canvas. A tote bag like this offers both professionalism and elegance, subtle signs of a woman who has lived, learned, and refined her sense of self. It doesn't need to be flashy, but it must hold its shape. It doesn't need to be bold, but it should feel balanced. And most of all, it should make you feel quietly confident every time you sling it over your shoulder. To let your tote truly shine with you, choose understated, elegant colors: earthy brown, matte black, smoky gray, or deep olive. These tones pair effortlessly with your everyday wardrobe and they never go out of style. On the inside, go for design with multiple compartments. That way you can organize your glasses, phone, lipstick, wallet in a way that's both neat and practical. Because women over 60 aren't just beautiful, they are grounded, smart, and masters of their personal space, even inside a handbag. Style it with a crisp white blouse, straight-leg trousers, or neutral-tone chinos, and a pair of soft loafers. Add a vintage silk scarf tied to the strap if you like, just a small touch, but one that's elegant, distinctive, and undeniably you. As I grow older, I've come to realize beauty isn't in what I once held onto. It's in the courage to let go of what no longer walks beside me today. Number 6. Oversized, slouchy bags. When convenience swallows elegance. My dear friend, have you ever left the house with a bag so big you couldn't even remember what you'd stuffed inside? A notebook, a water bottle, a few makeup items, tissues, reading glasses, maybe even a snack or two, all tossed into one giant handbag. Sounds convenient, right? But in reality, that very convenience might be quietly stealing away the grace that a woman over 60 should always carry with her. Oversized bags often throw off the proportions of an outfit. They can make the entire look feel bulky and unbalanced. And especially for women who are petite or have a slender frame, carrying a massive bag can distort the body's natural silhouette, making you look like you're hauling your entire world around with you. No matter how polished your clothing may be, one oversized bag can create visual clutter, breaking the harmony and elegance of your presence. From a visual standpoint, fashion experts often recommend this rule: your handbag should never exceed 1/3 the length of your torso. That's the golden ratio for keeping your figure light, your proportions graceful, and your overall look refined and composed. What's more, large bags tend to create a just-in-case mindset. We start tossing in things we don't really need. Until the bag is overstuffed, its shape collapses and the straps begin to stretch out. Meanwhile, our shoulders, neck, and upper back pay the price, aching under a load we never meant to carry. So instead of sticking with oversized bags, consider switching to a bucket bag, a style that's increasingly favored in the world of mature fashion. The beauty of a bucket bag lies in its smart design: a flat base that holds its shape, a drawstring closure that adds structure while still feeling soft, and a medium size that fits everything you actually need. Your wallet, glasses, lipstick, phone, maybe a slim book, without feeling like you're lugging a mini department store on your arm. This kind of bag isn't flashy or overdone. It speaks softly of thoughtfulness, discernment, and restraint, the quiet hallmarks of a woman who's lived, learned, and refined her style. You can pair a bucket bag with a flowy midi dress, classic straight-leg jeans, or a lightweight blazer on a crisp fall morning. Choose materials like matte leather or soft-grain leather in shades of caramel, olive, chestnut, or deep black, colors that are versatile, timeless, and seasonless. And if you're drawn to a more youthful vibe, canvas or canvas and leather hybrids offer a light, modern feel that's both chic and comfortable. One more thing to consider: the strap length. Always go for adjustable straps that can be customized to suit your height and your personal style. If worn too low, the bag can drag your posture down and throw off your proportions. Too high, and it loses that effortless, natural flow. When I was younger, I used to think the bigger my bag, the more capable and important I must be. But now I understand: an elegant woman doesn't carry everything, she carries only what she needs. And she does it with confidence and ease. Number 7. Unusual shaped bags. When style becomes a gimmick. And finally, my dear friend, there's the kind of handbag that looks fun at first glance. A bag shaped like a pair of glossy red lips, a bright pineapple, or a sparkling metallic heart. They seem playful, unique, maybe even like they'll make a bold statement. But let's be honest with ourselves: have you ever bought one of these, only to tuck it away in the closet after just a few uses? Bags with quirky shapes tend to be more theatrical than practical. They belong on fashion runways, in editorial photo shoots, or in the whimsical world of our 20s. But for a woman in her 60s, such designs can easily disrupt the calm sophistication and depth she's cultivated through the years. Trend-chasing fashion always has a short shelf life. These bags may make a splash at first, but they fade quickly, often after just one season. And when your personal style has already taken shape, something too unconventional can throw off the balance you've worked so hard to build. Visually speaking, irregular shapes break the composition of an outfit. They confuse the eye, and sometimes they can even take away the quiet confidence that defines a mature woman's presence. This stage of life is the perfect time to invest in pieces that stand the test of time. Items that don't scream to be noticed, but still turn heads for all the right reasons, because they exude elegance, not noise. A beautiful, practical alternative is a compact crossbody bag with a softly structured square or round silhouette. Choose one in supple, high-quality leather with a brushed gold clasp for a touch of refinement. This style is endlessly wearable, effortlessly elegant, and it never goes out of fashion because it follows one simple truth: the simpler, the more sophisticated. You can wear it diagonally across the body, a smart, flattering line that visually slims the frame. This style works for women of all ages but feels especially fitting and comfortable from your 50s onward. To elevate your look, pair the crossbody with a beige midi dress, a soft blouse and tailored pants, or a lightweight blazer for more formal moments. Consider colors like olive green, burgundy, caramel brown, or smoky gray, hues that are versatile, refined, and quietly powerful. And don't forget to adjust the strap so the bag rests right at your hip. That's the sweet spot for visual balance. Want to add a personal touch? Tie a small silk scarf to the strap. It's soft, expressive, and beautifully yours. You know, I once thought that an unusual bag would make me look more interesting. But I've come to realize true beauty doesn't come from the shape of the bag. It comes from the woman who knows what's truly worth carrying with her every single day. If you've stayed with me this far, then you already know. The handbag you carry each day isn't just an accessory. It's a quiet declaration of who you are. It tells the story of your taste, your journey, and how you choose to show up in the world, whether it's a peaceful walk through town or a formal gathering with grace. So what about you? Which bag are you ready to let go of today? And which one will be the first to join you in a brand new chapter of your story? I'd truly love to hear your thoughts in the comments, because your story might just be the inspiration another woman needs, a woman just like us. Style has nothing to do with age. It's about the freedom to choose. We don't dress to please anyone. We dress to reflect who we are at our most beautiful, most authentic. And if you believe in that kind of ageless beauty too, I hope you'll join me by subscribing to Timeless Women Over 50. I'll be right here, sharing gentle, honest conversations made just for you.